Hello everyone, Ogre27 Kane here today, and we're going to do a review of Cronos, The New Dawn for Nintendo Switch 2. Let's do a brief overview and figure out what this game is all about. So this is a third-person action-adventure horror game, very much like Resident Evil or I dare say Silent Hill, but not quite to that extent. This has definitely got a lot of psychological elements to it, and definitely a game you have to play through multiple times to understand. I love the story, and the action is top-notch in it, and this is honestly one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch 2. It really impressed me, and I'd put it up there with any Resident Evil game. I know it's saying a lot, but this game really truly blew me away. I played it through 3 different times because I wanted to see all 3 different endings, but you really don't have to do that, so let's go ahead and dig into the first category, the gameplay. So the gameplay in this very much follows the same formula you'd find in any third-person Resident Evil adventure. I dare say it's very close to the way that Resident Evil 7 feels, as though it's very slow and methodical and the enemies are very intimidating and very impactful. The only downside to this is the enemy variety itself is not very large, and yes, there are variations of enemies, but you'll really only truly run into 5 or 6 enemy types throughout the whole game. That being said, the way that they're perfectly placed and the environment and how everything is put together really does lend itself well to the point that you don't really care too much about the enemies, you're just trying to fight for survival. Now, this is very reminiscent, like I said, of a Resident Evil game, but it does have its own identity, and it's very much, I believe, set up for a sequel that could really do well. It's not a very big game either. I think it was only like 17.5 gigs with the game keycard. And I know it's a disappointment that it's a keycard, but at least there's some ownership of it there, and you can still loan it to friends and you can do other things. So there's some argument to be made, and I'd love to support this company because I truly think that they did a fantastic job with this game. But other than that, the gameplay is very reminiscent of any 3D action-adventure game you played, and it really does have a lot of great elements like puzzles and other aspects. So let's hit the story now. So the story is a really difficult category for me on this game because although I really love it and want to share a ton of the story, I really feel like that's kind of the best part about this game, and I don't want to spoil too much of it. All I can really say is that you start off in the typical amnesiac state of mind and you don't know who you are or what you're doing. You're trusting the first thing that comes to you, the first being or entity that gives you advice, and you're moving from there. The story does uncover itself slowly, and as you kind of figure out who you are and what you're doing, you have chances and opportunities to do things differently. But the game isn't very good at disclosing how to get the good ending or how to change your ending. You really have to either play the game through multiple times or do some research online to really find a good answer to that. And that's really the only downside I'd say to the entire story. So let's do controls and audio. So I don't have a ton to say about the audio because I think it's absolutely fantastic and you have to hear it to believe it. It's very well done, the ambience, the atmosphere, and the way the music integrates with everything else. But the controls are their own set of issues, pluses and minuses on their own. One thing I really do want to talk about is how the controls function with combat. So it kind of leads into the same aspect. Everything feels really slow and clunky at first, and you're really trying to decide how you want to operate your weaponry and which weapons you want to use. As you get better and the game gets faster, you get better, stronger weapons, upgrade them, they do more. The game really feels a lot more fluid and a lot better. So it's honestly kind of discouraging how the controls hold you back at first and really make you feel sluggish and slow. It's a big turnoff. But at the same time, as you get better and better at the combat and everything accelerates, the controls really take off and they shine really well. So you really have to be patient with the controls and give them time. There's nothing wrong with them. Everything functions like you'd expect. L to aim, R to shoot your weapon, so on and so forth. You have your items and you have manufacturing and different aspects of the combat itself, but really controls and combat go hand in hand with this. So let's hit graphics and animations. So speaking graphically, This game looks absolutely phenomenal on the Switch 2. I was really blown away with it. I put it up there with just about anything on it, and given the file size, they really were able to work a lot of wizardry with it. The animation quality is a little up and down from time to time. There were some clips and cut-ins every here and there, and enemies would glitch a little bit. But the overall artwork and artistry, as you can see here, is absolutely phenomenal. The game has brilliant atmosphere. It feels claustrophobic. It feels very closed in, but at the same time it feels very open. It feels there's a lot of backtracking and Metroidvania. So let's hit conclusion now. So in conclusion, I think this game is an absolute must-buy for the Switch 2. I was blown away with it, and I'm going to keep my copy and pray that they finally give me a real physical, but if not, I'll take what I can get with the game keycard. This game is worth its price. I believe it's around $40–50, and you will not be disappointed. Absolutely 10 out of 10 game in my opinion, and it's highly underrated. Well, it's great to be back. Thank you for watching this video. It was a blast to make. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your day. This is Ogre27Kane signing out.